Thank you for tuning in to the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast. We will be focusing on everything from spotlighting our members to discussing what is happening in the chamber. This episode is brought to you by Idea Cleveland. Idea Cleveland is a proud sponsor of all the efforts of our chamber. Now, let's join the conversation at the Idea Cleveland studio in Independence, Ohio.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce Members Spotlight. And today, joining me is...
My name is Joe Migliore.
And you are a voiceover talent.
I am.
You can't tell by your amazing voice.
Thank you.
So, what is your background? How did you get into this?
I've always wanted to be in front of a tape recorder, even as a kid. At our family meals, we would eat and then get together and just start talking, laughing, acting goofy. And I still have those recordings, so it's a lot of good memories. I worked as a CPA and a forensic accountant for the last 40 years, and I just retired this past June and decided that I needed to do something rather than just sit home and sit on the couch and drive my wife crazy. People have always said that, I have a voice that should be on the radio. Luckily, they haven't said I have a face for radio. And I've done some things over the years, like the last 5 years, approximately. I've volunteered at AM 1260, The Rock, Cleveland Catholic Radio. I've done commercials and promos for them. Also given presentations at the local churches. And lately, in the past 9 months or so, I've worked with the producer, Dan Deely, and he's been training me to do some production work.
Oh, awesome. All right. So, so you have a home, do you have a home studio, I assume, right?
I do. I have a studio down the basement.
And then, so this is where you could, if someone sends you a script, this is where you can record it and send them the file, right?
Right.
But I guess the big question is, what can you do for small businesses? Well,
there's a number of different things. People are probably familiar with radio and TV commercials. The voiceover artist is the one that you hear but don't see in most cases. But also for small businesses, nowadays people are putting a lot of audio and video content on their websites, or they do employee training, or they just explain what their product or what their business is all about. So companies need voices to do those particular spots.
Yeah, to do those particular videos and audio reads and such. So how does hiring a voice actor improve the quality of the content that they're producing?
Well, the voice actor looks at the script, puts him or herself into the scene. Who am I in the scene? Mm-hmm. Who am I speaking to? And what am I trying to sell? Am I selling a product, a service, an idea? And then we also look at what happened right before that particular scene. Let's say you're talking about Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, okay? Did an accident occur right before, and now the script has you talking about the scene where you're speaking to your grandchild or you're speaking to your child about, not driving drunk.
Yeah.
Not drinking and driving. Okay.
So you take into consideration what's coming before, if it's light, if it's a serious matter, it adjusts how you read the script, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what determines what the rates are for voice actors?
The factors that go into the rate that the voice actor charges depend on whether it's a TV or radio commercial, whether it's local usage, national usage, or regional usage. And then there's also non-broadcast, which would be something that you put on the internet, something you put on your website. All those factors go into how much people charge.
This is basically the reach.
Correct.
The larger the reach, national thing, it costs more. If it's a smaller reach,
Right. It depends on the number of people that will see it and for how long.
And for how long. Okay. So how does having a voice actor help your brand building?
Well, if you find the right voice to sell your product or sell your company's idea, people enjoy listening to that particular voice. It gives them a good impression of your business. The voice actor will do a professional job, and it's a good way to make your video or radio commercial advertisement sound crisp, professional, and consistent.
Okay, interesting. So, let's dive into a couple ideas here. Like, so some people might know what an explainer video is, but if not, why don't you help us out and explain what an explainer video is and how hiring a professional video actor can help with that?
An explainer video is a short narration that is used to educate your consumers or introduce a product or service. And it's basically to educate or instruct on how to use something, things of that nature.
All right, so that's one use. Another use that someone can use a voice actor is e-learning.
E-learning is an educational script, let's call it, where you're either training your employees or explaining how a product works to a customer through your website. Sometimes employers will use it as a tool to educate new employees on company policies, so they don't necessarily have to sit down. Individually, the employee can learn at his or her own pace.
Okay. Let's go through like a scenario. Let's say I'm a company and I've developed a PowerPoint presentation, and I would like to make that a little voiceover video on my website. How do I go about hiring you to do that?
Well, you can go to my website, joemigliorevoiceactor.com, and my contact information is on that website, along with I have commercial demos and narration demos. And if it's the voice you're looking for, contact me and we can discuss your project.
Do you have any offers or discounts you'd like to offer to our members?
I will offer a 10% discount to any chamber member that hires me.
That's awesome. Well, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce Podcast Spotlight Series. And make sure you subscribe so you get notified when new episodes are released. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for listening to the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast. We would like to thank our sponsor, Idea Cleveland. Please subscribe to our podcast to be notified when new episodes are released.